welcome to today's episode of CCTV. I'm so glad you're here. I'm your girl, Christina Carlyle, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks as well as exercises that are going to help you flatten, tighten, and tone your tummy, specifically the lower ab pooch area. I know this is a huge concern for a lot of my clients. Got a lot of requests for it, and God knows I need it because I was just eating my face off for a little while, and also I'm stressed like crazy. By the way, if you are serious about getting your definition to pop and flattening your lower ab area and your tummy in general, you wanna avoid stress like I've been stressed. I've been creating multiple programs at once. This is my busiest time of year. I've had my head in a computer for 12 plus hours a day, recording videos. That's also why I've been a little MIA from my YouTube channel. So in today's video, like I said, I'm gonna be talking about how to flatten and tighten and tone your tummy. Number one, we want to avoid stress, but I'll get into that in next week's episode. But you also want to make sure that you're conscientiously tightening your tummy on your own. So an easy way to do this is to suck your belly button in. Pretend like you want to touch your belly button to your spine. This is going to help you get a contraction. So you know when you're exercising, you get a contraction. That's the work you need to do to get the definition to pop, to get the muscle happening, which helps you suck in everything tight and tone like a corset. So you don't even have to be exercising to start flattening your tummy. All you have to do is suck it in tight, hold that contraction, let it go. I always tell my clients to do this during cardio. Also when you're sitting in traffic, at the grocery store, watching TV, sitting at your desk, whatever it is that you're doing, that's gonna help you start engaging your core to flatten that in. Really helps to help target the lower belly pooch area that women are so self-conscious about. Another thing that I want to bring to your attention is that you're never going to see definition pop if you don't get the fat off first. So it doesn't matter how many exercises you do. It doesn't matter how many times you contract and crunch everything in. If you're eating food that is inflammatory, that is junk, okay, I'm sure you've heard abs are made in the kitchen. It's absolutely true. So if you are serious about getting definition to pop and seeing the number on the scale drop, you 100% have to be eating and exercising in a way that's going to help you get the fat off. And if you need help with that, check out my programs because nobody's gonna get you results faster than me with food and exercises. Now on to the exercises. I love these exercises for the lower ab area. Just keep in mind that your abs are all one muscle group. So it's not like the lower abs are separate from the rest of your abs, but these exercises are gonna help make sure that you are engaging the lower portion. And when you do them regularly, you will see that area condense down as we're waiting for the food to cook and melt the fat off, if that makes sense. Now I'm gonna jump into all of my favorite exercises that really help engage and tighten and target the lower abs. They're all body weight only, which is awesome. You can do them everywhere. You're not gonna need any equipment. And you can sprinkle a few of these into your workouts, into my workout routines, if you already have my programs. And if you want to do a complete workout, all you have to do is repeat each exercise 15 times, go through all of them, come back, do 3 full rounds of all the exercises, and that's it, and you're done. You can get on with your life, but don't forget to suck in your tummy the rest of the time. So now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna demonstrate the exercises for you, and then I'm gonna come back to say goodbye.
So the first exercise is called in and out crunches. So you're not doing a traditional crunch. You never want to have your back on the floor. You want to put your arms behind you and then use your legs as a counterweight. Draw your knees in as close to your chest as you can as you squeeze in tight at the top and then extend your legs back out. You never want to let your legs touch the ground, but you can if you need a break because this is a little intense, but this is also a really big calorie burner out of all the exercises. The next exercise is a flutter kick, and you want to alternate kicking your legs up and down, never letting them touch the ground. And we're using your legs here as a counterweight that really helps to target the lower ab area, and you want to do 15 with each leg. The next exercise is a toe tap crunch. So the lesser variation of this exercise, you keep your upper body on the floor. So as you bring one leg up, you bring the other one up to meet it with a beat at the top. But if you want to add some intensity, you can lift up your head a little bit, or you can actually bring your shoulders up off the ground. So there are 3 levels to this one, but you're going to really feel the burn with this one after the first 2 exercises. After, you want to switch legs and do 15 reps on the other side. And notice how my elbows are down. As you're lifting your head up off the ground, you only want to lift it a few inches. If you want to do the more advanced version, you can lift your shoulders off the ground just an inch. Otherwise, it's unnecessary. We're trying to target the lower abs. We're using the legs as a counterweight, and when you lift your head up too high, it starts to engage the upper abs, not as much as the lower. Next exercise is called a slow leg lift. I love this. I came up with this a few years ago. It really helps engage the lower core. So when you're starting with your legs up, you want to drop them down a quarter of the way, pause for a second, drop them halfway down, pause for a second, lower them 3/4 of the way off the ground, and then without letting your legs touch the ground, lift them back up to the start position and repeat. This really targets the lower abs. And you can put your hands under the back of your butt, your lumbar area. It's for more support. You can also do that with any of the exercises, but this is what it looks like. You may need it here because when you're holding your legs out, using them as a counterweight, it can put a strain on your back. So if you feel that, definitely use your hands for support. And you can also just quickly lower them up and down and do a traditional leg lift if this hurts your lower back too much as you are slowly lowering your legs down. But this is a great exercise for the lower ab pooch area. I love it as much as I hate it because it really does take a lot of concentration and focus. Make sure you're squeezing your abs in tight. Remember, we're trying to get your belly button in towards your spine, but don't forget to breathe. Breathing is really important. The next exercise is a crossover plank. So you want to start in a plank position and then draw one knee across your body towards the opposite elbow as far as you can, doing a little bit of a twist. And this is going to help engage one side of the lower ab areas as well as the obliques a little bit. It's just a nice way to engage your entire body because we're getting your arms involved as well as your core. I love planks for core strength, but this one is particularly great for the lower abs. And once you're done doing 15 on one side, you want to do 15 on the other side to complete one set of this exercise. And you can take a break if you need to. Unfortunately, there isn't a modification for this because you can't really do the movement from the elbow. So if you need to take a break, feel free to. At this point, your abs should be on fire, so I like to do a little bit of a child's pose after this exercise just to stretch out the arms and then go into a cobra, not a full cobra, just a little bit to stretch out the abs before moving on to the next exercise. I like to call this exercise Pooch Pedals because it's almost like you're pedaling a bike, but the important distinction here is you want to keep your toes pointed and you want to make sure that you're up on your elbows like I am here. Having yourself up position this way is really going to engage the lower abs, and then alternating your legs like this helps increase calorie burn. You want to do 15 with each leg and then move on to the last exercise, which are the windmills. This helps alternate targeting the lower abs on both sides. So we're targeting the obliques, but the lower portion of the obliques just by lowering the legs down from side to side. I definitely recommend having your arms straight out to the side like kickstands and using your upper body to keep you positioned. You want to make sure that your upper body remains on the floor and that your hips remain on the floor as much as possible. The only thing that should be moving your legs from side to side should be your core muscles. And you want to do 15 on each side. Don't forget to squeeze your core in tight and also to breathe because your abs should be on fire by the end of this one. And again, if you need to take a break, feel free to. It's really important that you modify this to suit your skill level. This is very advanced because we are doing 7 exercises that target the lower ab area exclusively. So if you need to take a break, catch your breath.
So there you have it. That was one full round of all the exercises. So all you have to do is go back, do it 2 more times, and then you're done. So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please like it so I know. And leave me a comment. Let me know which exercise you felt the most, what you think. If you learned something new, your feedback helps me help other people, and I would really appreciate it. If you don't want to miss next week's episode, subscribe now because I make a new video every week, unless of course I'm stressed to the max. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.